So it'll be Bethanie Mattek-Sands serving to start this match. Sands failing to beat Venus at Roland Garros this year. Let's see if the U.S. Open proves any different for her. The winner to go on to the third round.
Play. 15 love.
Mattek-Sands comes into this match off a good win for her. She beat Bethanie of the Czech Republic 6-3, 6-4. It only took her an hour and 26 minutes to win her match, compared to Venus, who was on court for 2 hours 43 minutes.
Up. 40 love. Williams is challenging the call on the left service line.
Review.
The ball is called
good in this first service game, and we'll see if Venus is correct. You don't see Venus go to the challenge system very much. The chase review confirms it was out.
Especially in the first game.
Yeah, she's got to be very certain. Venus does not challenge very often at all. So back to game point. Second serve.
Second serve.
Well, that'll
Mattek-Sands.
end things right then and there.
She's glad she got to
first
do
game.
that. 109, make that 102 miles an hour, her first ace. So the score does indicate Mattek-Sands holding here in the opening game of the match.
No sign of any nerves from Mattek-Sands. Looks like she's ready to go.
You know, she's one of those players that I've never seen her actually look nervous on the court. A lot like Ernest Gulbis last night with Andy Murray. She's one of those players that puts on a good show, but very rarely beats a top player.
Venus Williams scissor.
If she can do that today. So you think if ever she was going to have a chance, at least based on the health of Venus, she would have that opportunity today. This was the problem for Venus the other night, the serve, because she has to put the weight on that left leg.
And you're going to see Mattek-Sands weigh in and just try and send Venus a message.
Love 15.
10 double faults in her opening match.
The second serve was awfully short.
She actually only won 36% of her second serve points in that match. Really struggled with the second serve. Venus right away. Bethanie Mattek-Sands testing the mobility of Venus.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see Mattek-Sands up around the net. She's not afraid to come in. She's an excellent doubles player. She plays doubles with Nadia Petrova. She's had quite a bit of success, so she's not afraid of the net.
She's won 7 doubles titles over the course of her career, including Charleston, Stuttgart, and Warsaw this year. Runner-up 3 times this year as well.
Oh, no. Big first serve from Venus.
30-15.
106 miles per hour now. We know she can crank that up to the 120s. Didn't really see that on Monday night, though. That's terrific play by Mattek-Sands. Moving the ball around.
30-all.
That's going to be key, just kind of moving the ball around, keeping Venus off balance. Keep her guessing, because when Venus Williams gets set up, she's tough to beat. First double.
And it gives Mattek-Sands a break point. Venus has only got one first serve in this opening service game for her. Mattek-Sands' lack of wins this year has dropped her ranking out of the top 100, 124 now.
Actually, her first round match here was her first match won since Rome. Well, she's trying to mix it up. You can see what Sands is doing, trying to put a little added pressure on that second serve of Venus. Good look at her service motion there. She looks like she's coming down a little gingerly on that left leg.
She has to fall down on the left leg. The weight bears the weight.
A deep return.
Bethanie Mattek-Sands.
And that's why she was having so many problems with her serve the other night, because of that left leg having to bear that weight. That was only an 83-mile-an-hour serve from Venus.
Well, I think she was trying to slice that out wide, and it didn't get as wide as she wanted. Time that one.
Sands fighting with the ball there. 2 break points saved.
Up the tee.
Venus Williams.
There's a better look at the socks and the shoes.
I'm just hoping this doesn't catch on.
Maybe she's going for the baseball look.
I don't claim to know anything about fashion, but that's not something
you think
my
she could be going for the baseball look? We are in the Yankee
That's more
Mets.
like the ABA basketball look.
All right.
Back in the 70s.
All right.
Farrell might appreciate
Some deuce.
Dramatic game again for Venus Williams. She's
We'll
not been able to get through games quickly.
You know, she's been very streaky, and I was watching her play Bartley during the summer And that match too, just the same as what I was watching Monday night. She would play a few good points and then it would just leave. There was no consistency to her game.
Venus Williams.
Venus has struggled since getting to the final of Wimbledon. She's only had one good result since then. That was a runner-up finish in Stanford.
Yeah,
you were talking about.
Sister stopped her run there at Wimbledon. Oh, and took that. Great point from Mattek. She's really moving Venus around, keeping her guessing. She's moving her side to side, up and back. This time with the drop shot. And then a perfectly placed lob over her head, drops right on the line.
Mattek to me has always been a fierce competitor. And I would think she would come out on the court today really fired up to win this match, especially after seeing Venus on the opening night. She's got to at least early believe this is a match she can win.
I think the question in the past with Mattek, though, has been her focus throughout matches and her consistency. If she can control that.
Venus Williams.
First backhand winner for Venus.
Body serve from Venus Williams.
And Venus holds serve.
One game all, first set.
Do you think it's, I mean, Venus to me sometimes when she's on the court, it's almost like she's playing possum. It's almost like she's trying to look more feeble than she actually is, or that she's hurting more than she actually does. Do you see that at all? I mean, like she looks so stiff and slow in between the points, but then when the point starts, she's fine.
Well, I think that's just her demeanor on the court. I think she's always been that. She's a lot calmer than Serena. They're two different personalities. Serena, she's much more energetic, and you can see what her feelings. Venus kind of keeps it all bottled in. That's a huge forehand. You can see though that knee.
Love 15.
Looks like it was bothering her a little bit here. Take another look, the open stance forehand.
Fall for Mattek-Sands, her first. Venus now with an opening here at love 30.
Mattek-Sands, one of the things that Tom Gullickson, her coach, was talking to her about before this match was you gotta have a high percentage of first serves.
She's not getting it.
No, and her first serve percentage is dropping. I know it's early in the first set, but
it's only 29%.
Gotta stay close.
She's put 2 first serves in the court. She's missed 5. Great point for Venus. That's going to get worse.
has to be careful. She's trying to belt it out with Venus from the baseline.
Venus looking a lot sharper now, getting it going.
Williams
She's up an
leads
early break,
2-1, first set.
Venus Williams finally starting to look like she's settling into this match. That's bad for Bethanie Mattek-Sands.
I think Bethanie needs to go back to her game plan where she needs to mix it up a little bit more. She's starting to hit pretty fairly flat and trying to belt it out from the baseline, and I just don't think that's the way to beat Venus Williams. I think she needs those high, heavy balls, some slices, and then when she gets the right opportunity, go ahead and be aggressive.
Scratchy performance in the first round. Losing, she was down set 5-4.
Yeah, that was a tight game too, because Venus actually had given Dushavina quite a few looks at second serves. And it's not that Dushavina played a poor game, but she just got a little tentative.
Venus Williams finally starting to look a little better after going down to start the match. She's going in her direction now 2-1. She's up. She hasn't lost to an American other than Serena for 4 years. She has 3 second-round exits here at the U.S. Open. Has won this title twice.
Play by Mattek-Sands.
You mentioned doubles success.
I love 15.
She plays a lot with Nadia Petrova. They're the number 8 seeds in the women's doubles. Venus and Serena are playing, and they're the number 4 seed.
It's a good sign that she hasn't pulled out of the doubles yet. So. Wouldn't be surprised though if she does, and save that knee. Singles.
$15.
She struggled in her last service game. It was a long marathon game. Mattek-Sands had a couple of break points. She needs a good, quick service game here.
30-15.
Mentioned the 11 double faults she hit against Dushavina, but she also had 10 aces.
Williams had Mattek side to side, way off the court.
40-15.
She knows how to angle that ball off the court with a lot of power. I think that's one of the main reasons that makes Venus so tough to play against.
Is what?
Angling
The
that
angles?
ball off with power.
Still game point for Venus. Venus winning back-to-back titles here in 2000 and 2001. say where she's had the most success. If she can win Wimbledon, I think she can win at the U.S. Open. This is actually a faster surface.
Different surroundings, though. New York's. I didn't play it as well as I would have liked here.
Deuce.
Double fault from Venus. It's deuce.
I just found the pace fast and.
So you think it's more of the off-court stuff?
It could be. It could be. I mean, different court too. I mean, I think this is quicker than the Wimbledon grass.
But to me, would that not favor?
Well, the
Venus
balls.
more?
I mean, the balls are a little bit lighter and fly a little bit more. That might be why she has so much control issues, as we saw in the first round. Listen, I think Venus Williams is a great player. She can win anywhere. She's got to be 100% fit.
Venus finally.
Advantage Mattek-Sands.
Mattek-Sands another chance to break. Venus was up 40-15. Failed to close the door, and it may cost her. Serving for the second time in this match, and both times Mattek-Sands has had a chance to break.
Mattek-Sands.
Mattek-Sands breaks right back. And here it's giving Venus an extended
2 games
lead.
all, first
So
set.
2-all here to start this match. Back-to-back breaks. Last year Venus lost in the quarterfinals to her sister. Reminder to go to usopen.org for real-time updates. Scores, stats, daily video highlights, press conferences, merchandise. usopen.org.
Mattek-Sands needs to get some first serves in here. That is going to be key to holding.
She's really struggled with that first serve. Only 2 have gone in the court. She's missed 7 first serves. She just needs to tee off on that second serve.
15 all.
She took the pace off and mixed it up. Smart play, because she hasn't had a lot of first serves in, so it's good to do that. It's a different mentality for the returner.
30.
Ace.
Second ace, and that was 94 miles an hour. Not her biggest serve of the day, but effective.
It's 30 all.
So tough to pass when she gets into the net, especially when she's this close.
I think Venus is trying to come to the net a little bit more, and she should. Also an excellent doubles player, as we know, with her sister Serena. Very capable. I think she could even come up more. There's her box. She's got 2 vans full of family, all family. She's got aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins here. That's what you say, is making good use of that player box. It's long.
40, 30.
matches pulled out in Australia. Nice. That drop shot gives Mattek-Sands the game. We're on serve, 2-3 here in the first set.
Mattek-Sands leads 3-2. First set.
There's a little taste of the variety from Mattek-Sands. She can chip that ball, which she did to the Venus's two-handed backhand, and just drawing her forward. That's what she's trying to do out here, use that variety. Keep her guessing. Alternating. A little primetime action.
How do you feel about that? You okay with the men going first?
Absolutely. I expect late nights here in New York City, right?
Certainly the way the tournament started. Ceremony before it slow things down a little bit. Bethanie Mattek-Sands. Thrown together outfit. It's Venus Williams trying to throw Venus off her game any way she can. Venus serving at 2-3, first set.
Oh. 15 love.
It's just 2 titles this year, Dubai and Acapulco. As I mentioned, Stanford hasn't had a great U.S. Open series coming into this event. Lost to Bondarenko in the first round of Toronto. Her last match before.
30 love.
Not a great warm-up.
That was my question, Kathy. With her having tendonitis in her knee, I mean, she actually had a couple of weeks to rest.
Well, she came here Wednesday before the tournament. She was quite busy. She had a lot of obligations and
those were mostly
public appearances. Yeah. She's back on the hard courts, and if you're going to have tendonitis on these hard surfaces, that could flare it up.
It was a very busy week for Venus last week. Wednesday, she was honored by the Anti-Defamation League. She received the Americanism Award for speaking out on behalf of Shahar Peer and the right of players to be able to qualify in Middle Eastern countries when Peer was denied the visa to Dubai earlier this year. She rang the New York Stock Exchange bell Thursday, and Friday released a clothing line.
Played such a good point up until that volley. She was hitting a lot of high and heavy balls, mixing up with some flat shots, keeping her guessing, then just didn't do enough with the volley, kind of got jammed. Set up the big backhand winner from Venus.
Game Williams.
That gives the game to Venus. So 3-all. Tight start.
3 games all,
So
first set.
So we've already had breaks of serve for each player. Home court just 30 minutes. So 5 minutes a game. Pretty long games in terms of time. Biggest serve of the day for 7 miles an hour.
I think that serve into the body is a smart play for Mattek-Sands because it kind of takes the angle away from Venus. And just because she's so long, it's hard for her to get out of the way. It's an underused serve.
It's 15-all.
So surely it's in the mind of players. Why is it so difficult to serve into the body these days?
Well, I don't think, I don't think it's really that difficult. I think it's just underused. I think everyone, tries to open up the court with the other serves and, use those patterns rather than just thinking, go right at the body. Especially against someone like Venus, it's useful because she's got the long arms and legs. It's not easy for her to get around that ball. Whereas when she's really tough, when she uses those long arms to reach out, and she's so good on the angles too, you're giving her more to work with. That's the angles I'm talking about. That time she took a little pace off and rolled that one a little bit shorter
15-30.
to Mattek-Sands. But same result. I think that's key for the game of tennis right there. I think a lot of people practice the hard and deep shots and not enough at the angles. That's really how you open up the court. That was a delayed call.
As Mattek-Sands is challenging the call. On the right near sideline, the ball is called out.
That call. The equalizer was unsighted. The chase review will confirm that this ball was out.
Ah, you were pretty sure of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
15-40.
Now, what if that chase review would have come?
Challenges remain.
I would have been very embarrassed. I would have been like, wow.
Now, you would have been questioning the chase review. I know you better than that.
15-40, break point. Oh, yeah.
Game Williams.
For Venus.
New ball
back in front by a break. Let's see if this time she can hang on to it.
Williams leads 4 games to 3. First set.
First set. Williams finally getting a little bit of an opening. And what about Venus as a front runner? She's pretty good when she gets a lead. Serena's just ferocious.
Yeah, I think Venus is too. I mean, although the Monday night, she's just been so streaky. Just when you think she's going to take off, she would let her.
Monday night she was playing catch up.
Yeah, but like I said, when I saw her play that match against Bartley during the summer, it was the same thing. She won the second set. I thought, oh, okay, now she's just going to, run with it. And it was just very up and down.
Venus Williams with a 1-break lead here against Bethanie Mattek-Sands. Let's see if she can protect it. 3 service breaks altogether. It's taken a while for one player to establish the lead here in the set. It's the number 3 seed this year. Same half as Serena again, but they wouldn't meet until the semifinals this year. Quarterfinals here.
15 love.
It's a big night here at the U.S. Open.
Perfect serving. And Venus Williams. Winners. Venus 6 from Mattek-Sands. Perfect example of how Venus uses that big first serve to her advantage. It allows her to get that first strike, get way ahead in the rally, in the point.
She's not wasting any time in this service game. This will be her most convincing hold. She's throwing it up into the sun. It's been sort of overcast. First time she's had to deal with the sun. Venus Williams. Time running out for Bethanie Mattek-Sands to make an impression in this first set.
Williams leads 5 games to 3. First set. Love 15.
She might have gotten the line with that, but she didn't. Love 15. Is this type of match, Kathy, you think that if she doesn't come back in this set, Venus is going to get better and better?
Well, I don't think we can go that far yet with Venus.
15
She's been very streaky. This is the time we always think, okay, now she's going to take it to another gear. And somehow her opponents get back into the match. So far, this has been a very solid set, though, for Venus.
Good attacking play from Mattek-Sands.
30-15.
Mattek would love to hold here and maybe put a little added pressure on Williams' serve. Although the last service game for Venus was very solid. Shots right there. Just too short.
30 all.
Venus looking for a set point now. 30 all.
Missed opportunity for Venus.
Yeah, that was a layup she missed there. 70-mile-an-hour second serve.
Well, it's not like that, but where it landed, she could have moved way in and attacked that second serve.
Game point for Mattek-Sands.
Deuce.
A pretty clean set for Venus. 12 winners, 7 unforced errors. Much better than against Dushavina the other night. As I said, she had 54 unforced errors. She's managed the game a lot better here in the first set. Set point finally arriving for Venus.
That's solid tennis right there for Venus, but
Advantage Williams.
not enough variety in that point. And I think that's a tough battle right there. Playing Venus at her game.
Saved by Mattek-Sands. Big traits of fighting spirit. See her clawing away at each point.
She's a competitor. She won't go down without a fight, that's for sure.
She's so good on the doubles court. I like watching her. She covers the court unbelievably well.
Advantage Mattek-Sands.
She's playing the mixed doubles with Nina Zimonich, the number 8 seeds. She's going to be busy.
Game Mattek-Sands.
So Mattek-Sands avoids dropping the set for now, but Venus will serve
Williams
for it
leads
after the
5 games to
change.
4. First set.
Set so far. Venus with 12 winners, 8 unforced errors. Bethanie Mattek-Sands, 7 winners, 10 unforced errors. First serve percentage, 50s for each.
Sounds it's a fairly close match. Good solid play from both players.
Really, overall, just a 1 break difference.
Yeah. See of Venus, how she handles this service game.
Bethanie Mattek-Sands with her back up against the wall here. She has to break serve to stay in the set. Venus trying to close it out. Much better set for Venus, though, than opening set against Dushavina the other night. Good performance so far.
Oh, that went right to the bottom of the net.
A little extra pressure on Venus here, trying to close this out.
That's why it was so crucial for Mattek-Sands to stay in there, because you just don't know right now with Venus Williams. Her last service game was very solid. She won it easily, but there's a little more pressure now on her. See, Mattek-Sands moves inside the baseline. A little added pressure. There she comes.
Talking about the body serve to Venus, but that's worked a few times against Mattek-Sands.
Yeah, well, she's standing in for that second serve, but then Venus is hitting some good deep second serves, so she needs to make the adjustment, which she's not doing.
Thirty 15.
Venus has been very tough when she gets her first serve in. She's only dropped 5 points. Same play.
Smart to let it go. Brings up set points for the number 3 seed, 2-time champ of the U.S. Open.
What do you think?
Breakdown for Venus. More often than not under pressure. Still set point though. Surprisingly to me, Kathy, no aces for Venus here in this first set.
Much higher percentage though than from Monday night, serving much better.
Game and first set.
Venus
Williams.
gets through it.
6
A
games
lot
to
of
4.
questions. A much better start to this match than Monday night. She leads by a set. So 6-4, 48-minute set. Venus Williams.
This is a much more solid start than Monday. Sands has played well this first set. I just think Venus has been a lot more consistent. I think that last service game shows a little bit more confidence in herself too. Been. I mean, we don't know that because only she, exactly. And I don't blame her though, because I think that's, you know, as an athlete, I think some of those things you need to keep to yourself because you don't want to go telling everybody exactly what's bothering you. And
I guess it's just sort of old school. You know? I mean, today,
what's wrong with that?
Athletes talk about their injuries. Discuss the problem.
Well, I think in part too, she didn't want to make excuses. I think, you know, that was kind of
that's
the way, that I was reading the press conference, is that, you know, she was giving Dushavina credit and she didn't want to make an excuse and take away from her in the match that she played, which you got to give her credit for.
So here we go into the second set. Bethanie Mattek-Sands trying to now come back here. First point.
Oh, that was great net coverage from Mattek-Sands, but time ran out there.
He was just one step ahead
Love
of
15.
Just couldn't get in position to do enough with that volley.
Love 30.
I've seen this pattern a lot from Venus Williams, where she'll pull somebody out wide and they're looking for the open court, and she just plays it right behind them.
Putting here for Venus at love 30.
And 15-30.
It's part of her plan here today.
Really reduces her ability to get full swing. Upset with herself she couldn't get out of the way.
Beautiful forehand from Mattek-Sands.
Third forehand
30
win of
all.
the match from Mattek-Sands.
She hasn't had many opportunities. It's been Venus who's been dictating play more or less from the baseline.
Forty 30.
There's this up and down game for Venus Williams. Looked like she was on her way to breaking to start the set. She's lost 3 straight points, 40-30.
Venus moving inside that court, looking for a ball to attack.
Deuce.
How about this overhead, though, Kathy? Did she look a little stiff? to
Yeah,
you?
she did. She did. I noticed that too, her knee again. But that could be the taping too, but yeah.
She really couldn't get set up for it.
No.
The right play.
Advantage Mattek-Sands.
Just failed to execute it.
I wonder if the taping has something to do too with the, I'm sure they taped that so that she could bend her knee.
Yeah, she didn't bend it at all.
Well, she needed to stand more straight up to hit that, so it looked like she's having a hard time doing that more than bending.
Game point for Mattek-Sands, first game, second set. Mobile for Venus
Yeah,
Williams.
that was a terrific point from both players.
Venus covered a lot of court here.
Deuce.
Sure did. High quality stuff.
Does not seem to me to affect her lateral and forward movement. The only time I see any indication of the knee problem is when she's putting her weight on it, like to serve
Right.
or to hit an overhead,
Pushing off.
to bend down for a volley.
Advantage
This
Williams.
gives Venus a chance to break. This has been a long opening game, a 7-minute game here to start the second set. This would not be the way Mattek-Sands wants to begin the second set. Venus not dominating this match by any stretch of the imagination. In position to try to take control and run away.
Game
She's taking a step toward doing that. Venus breaking to start the second set.
First game, second set.
Good step in the right direction for the number 3 seed, Arthur Ashe Stadium. Watching this match as we take a look back at the opening set stats, pretty good numbers for Venus. She actually started making a little more unforced errors at the end of the set.
Yeah, fairly close in numbers. A few more winners though from Venus than Mattek-Sands, but of course it came down to that break. One more break of serve. She won the big points in that first set. Look how many times she's come forward to the net. That's a great sign for Venus. Shows that her ground strokes are working. She's following them up, being aggressive.
So Venus up a set and a break now. Right up into that sun. That side is directly in her face. See her shadow on the court. Whoa. Blistering forehand from Venus.
15 line.
Already got 5 winners here in the second set, just in the second game. Stepped it up, being a lot more aggressive in these first 2 games.
Well, didn't quite do enough with that
15 all.
drop shot.
Just really didn't do anything. Just hope.
$30-50.
That's Venus's most natural serve, the one out wide, the slice.
Venus has been broken once today, but still no aces for her. She serves a fair amount at 10 in her.
Well, that's
First
as
round
good as
match.
an ace, really. She's got another well-placed serve. There you go.
40-50.
There you go. Thank you, Venus.
I guess it only took you just had to talk about it, and she's had enough listening to you.
She's not worried about me. 116 miles an hour.
That's for sure.
Fastest today has been 123.
Yes.
You mentioned the fact she can consistently hit it over 120.
She's really
Yeah,
got
Williams.
Mattek-Sands on a lot of second serves. Just mistimed that.
So a
Williams
quick
leads
two-love
2
lead
games
for
to love.
Venus
Second
Williams.
set.
Those are some good deep second serves from Venus Williams. Much improvement from Monday night.
Let.
The
First
issue with
service.
the game Monday night almost seemed to take her by surprise. Her coach, hitting partner, said that everything was fine in the warm-up. If she got out on the match court and it tightened up.
She was probably, you know, concerned about it as she was playing, probably being a little tentative on it as well.
15
She's
love.
had a couple of days of treatment. Does that make something like tendonitis better? It is an overuse injury.
Yeah. You know, obviously rest doesn't hurt it. But the hard courts are not good for it. But the good thing about playing this is that she'll have a day off in between. For someone like Sharapova, who's been nursing her right shoulder, it's a good thing for players like that, where they're not putting a lot of stress so many days in a row. Have a little break.
First double fault of the set for Mattek-Sands, third of the match, 15 all.
She really needs to get on the scoreboard here.
$30-15.
Deep shot right up the middle.
Mattek-Sands continues to try
40-50.
to fight. Is there anything that you can see Mattek-Sands doing to try to turn this around?
Well, I think
Venus has
she's
pretty
played
much
a
had an
pretty
answer.
solid match. She's mixing it up. I mean, she came out here and she's, you know, a few times she got into a few rallies where she stopped mixing up, trying to, you know, bang the ball from behind with Venus. You don't want to get into too many times that, but she's done a great job of mixing it up. I think Venus has just been very solid today.
I thought it was just back. 40-30.
She wants to challenge.
This is Mattek-Sands.
Challenge it. Lynn
This is
Welch
Mattek-Sands is challenging the call. The left service line. The ball is called out.
Welch confirming that she also felt the ball was out. Chase review will show that it was
Good.
just is. Mistake
First
from the
serve.
chair umpire. Bethanie Mattek-Sands going to get another first serve.
40-50.
Game point.
Game. Mattek-Sands.
Mattek-Sands on the board here in the second set. But it is Venus overall in front by a break.
But I think the Australian are here. You can't count her out. She comes in as into this year's U.S. Open as one of the favorites, along with Serena. Dementieva, you got to throw in there just because of the great summer she's had. Don't ever count the Williams sisters out. I tell you, they're incredible athletes. They love to play the Grand Slams. That's everything for them. Plus, Serena has 8 Grand Slams and she has 7, so she wants to tie it up.
Catch up. He's got a break lead here, trying to get to the third round against Bethanie Mattek-Sands, 2-1.
Love 15. Let. First serve.
doesn't look happy with the call.
15 all.
She did make it.
Yeah, she got it. Right on the side of the line.
Barely.
Really see Venus struggling to get up to that ball.
The problem there was that Venus hit that drop shot cross court. Left that whole court open.
Oh. 30-15.
Big serve up the tee, 111.
It's her first ace of the match.
Mattek-Sands seems to be having a lot of trouble with Venus's second serve.
Mrs. Mattek-Sands has challenged the call. On the left service line, the ball was called good.
He's in.
Yeah, chase review shows
40-15. Mrs. Mattek-Sands has 2 challenges remaining.
rate.
Preparation. You can see she's very stiff with her knee on that
40,
shot.
30.
I just wonder why she didn't let that bounce. At least.
The forehand sets this overhead up, but look, again, very uncomfortable, just mistimed it. Didn't have her feet in the right position, too far away from the ball.
Let's see if it comes back to haunt her. 40-30, she's pointing at her string. She needs to point at her feet.
Let. For a serve. Deuce.
2 poorly missed shots in a row.
Double fault starting to creep in a little earlier. She had 2 in the first set, but she's already had 2 here in the second.
Advantage Williams.
About this point at all.
No. Well, she saw Mattek-Sands chipping that backhand, so she just kept moving forward.
Something I've always admired about them. The tighter the situation, the more aggressive they get.
Game Williams.
Serves well as Venus holds serve to maintain her 1-break lead.
Williams leads 3-1. Second set. 15 left.
Hey!
15 all.
shot. Venus
30-15.
down. That might be a problem on this surface, Kathy's. Some of the better players able to hit that slice, keep the ball really low to Venus.
So many girls nowadays, though, hit the ball hard. That don't see a lot of slicing.
Right.
But, you know, again, because
40,
Venus
50.
is so tall as well, it's difficult to get down for that low slice like we just saw. But and with her knee injury, not enough can do it well enough to make an impact.
Game, Mattek-Sands.
Mattek-Sands is staying just close enough to keep her hopes alive.
Williams leads 3-2, second set, and 1 set to love.
Mattek-Sands has got to do. She's just got to keep playing her game, keep playing solid tennis, and hope that Venus will hit a streak now. Start missing a few more.
Certainly has been dominant. Mattek-Sands is still in this match.
Absolutely. Down break.
First round. Venus Williams trying to maintain her lead here against Bethanie Mattek-Sands. Now at 13 minutes they've been on court. Venus much better, but still in trouble today, putting away Mattek-Sands.
Love 15.
Just doesn't feel like a safe lead for Venus right now. End up being that way. She seems a little
Mattek-Sands doing a great job
Love
keeping that
them.
ball deep. Not allowing Venus to attack. Venus keeps looking for that to step inside the baseline, take the ball early, but she's getting caught a little bit because Mattek-Sands is throwing that ball back deep at her.
good second serve. Bouncing up over Mattek.
15.
Not a lot today, though, Sam. A lot of mishits on that second serve. That ball was really kicking. Let's see where it goes. It gets way above her shoulder.
Thirty all.
Helping Venus out with the 30 all.
She's slowing down down a little bit here, taking her time, Mattek-Sands.
This is a game that you think Mattek-Sands could win.
Right into the body.
Again.
It's been a very useful serve to both players today.
Second serve. Game Williams. New balls, please.
So she has avoided getting broken. Just a 1-break lead in this set.
Williams leads 4 games to
Now
2.
2 games
Second
away
set.
from the 3rd round. So moving down now to try to get the break here, which would allow her to serve for the match.
Fifteen love.
Sands has had a bit of success kind of rushing Venus, pulling a good strong ground stroke, rushing to the net.
Started this set out very effective. She's really slowed down now. Winners slowed down on the first airs.
15.
Seems to be do enough to win. 2 winners, 8 unforced errors in this set. She makes the games competitive, and she's struggling to get past Venus.
Not a
Reach from Venus. Is that wingspan?
Reach and just kind of angled that racket
15
head
throw.
to get the angle. Right here, you see that racket head was just angled enough to get that ball cross court.
She caught it on the outside of the ball. Opening here for Venus, 15-30.
And you could just feel that Venus wanted
30
to
all.
try and wail on that second serve, but again, she needed a couple steps forward. Waited for the ball to come to her. It's dropped very short the service box.
$30-40.
Things getting a little more interesting here. A break point for Venus. A break would allow her to serve for the match. Just 3 of 4 on break chances. Converted in her only other opportunity in this set.
Missed
Deuce.
opportunity.
That's exactly what she wanted right there. That was a soft serve, only 79 miles an hour to her backhand. chance.
Advantage Williams.
Forcing her way into the net there.
She's done this several times and has had a lot of success, but as you can see, that one was not nearly as deep as the others. Which allowed Venus more time to set up.
In position to close this out.
Williams leads 5 games to 2, second set, and 1 set to love.
Next match. Venus Williams stepping up to serve for the match, serve for a spot in the 3rd round. It's Bethanie Mattek-Sands.
Way to start off serving it out. Another ace. It's only her 2nd ace, but she's had a lot of service winners.
Let for serve.
She's won a lot of points with her serve today.
Anticipating this match is about to be over.
Autograph seekers.
$15.
Many people, would you say she has?
She had 2 vanfuls. She's got aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews. Her whole entire family supposedly is here. I think it's wonderful.
So both sisters play today. Venus today, Serena tonight. It's a late night though for Serena. Venus
15-30.
Fancy right now. Too anxious to get this over with. She's opened the door slightly for Mattek-Sands. At least she has that insurance break.
Second serve was a little bit shorter. She
15-4.
had an easier time attacking that serve.
Putting the pressure on Venus.
That was her game plan coming out here, attacking that second serve, but she really hasn't been able to because Venus has done a great job of keeping it so deep.
First chance for Mattek-Sands to break here in the 2nd set. Stay in the match as well.
Best serve on that reduced court. Natural slice out wide.
So 1 break point save, 1 more to face. Yeah, smart serves. Took a little off it, 88.
Goes for the placement. Mattek-Sands almost had too much time to think what to do. Not easy to try and job over Venus Williams.
I love it, though. The tighter the situation, the more aggressive she and her sister play. And you just don't see that in sports too much. Players get more conservative.
Tentative.
Situations. Yeah.
That's what makes them so tough. On the overhead.
Advantage, Mattek-Sands.
I think better approach there. So there's a little indecision as to whether to come in.
She got there in plenty of time. Just looks very uncomfortable with the movement on the overhead. I wonder if that has something to do with the left knee.
A few of these overheads, Kathy, I mean, she's hitting them a couple of feet inside the baseline. I mean, they're balls that she could let bounce.
Oh, that is just terrific.
What a volley. Again, down break point. Very aggressive.
Approaches cross court and then uses her long arms. Just goes right behind Mattek. Mattek had no play.
3 break points survived by Venus in this game. She looks to try to close this match out. Still looking for her first match point.
She got up no problem to that drop shot.
Advantage, Williams.
First match point now arriving. 31 minutes she's been on the court. Still less than her first round match. A much easier match for Venus today. She's looking more comfortable. Not quite 100%. And that'll do it.
Game settlement, Williams. 3 sets to love. 6-4, 6-2.
Same result though, a win for Venus, and she's into the 3rd round here at the U.S. Open in 91 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Venus Williams.